It is repetition which makes for perfection.
Heading into the shop significantly earlier than I ever do, just to go get a really good, uninterrupted head start on that felt triathlon bike that I have at the store. I tried to get a good chunk of it done on Friday, but just too many people popping in, and every time I seemed to look at it, I had someone walking through the door. So hopefully with an hour and a half of free time before I open the shop, I should be able to get a very large chunk of it done. Now I imagine there's a little bit of a bummer that there wasn't any riding footage coming into work today, but I didn't want to bother with it because I was just kind of focusing on the fact that I wanted to get here and get to work on this thing. That sort of make it sound like this is going to be like difficult or like annoying in any way, but in reality these bikes, they're not that much different than any other normal bike. The biggest difference is the fact that they have these fairings that just kind of like bolt on over parts. Once those are out of the way, it's just a normal bike. Like regular brakes, regular dropouts, regular headset. The stem might look a little bit weird. Sure, the seat post is a different shape and it acts a little bit different, but it's nothing that you need to be like worried about or afraid of. And I say all this because before this bike came in, I wasn't super excited to work on it. I was worried that all of this was going to be like, you know, technologically advanced and really, really cumbersome and difficult to deal with. But it's not. In fact, one of the biggest things I was worried about was the bottom bracket. It's just a BB30 bottom bracket with the carbon shell. There's nothing more to it. You just press it in like you would in anything else, maybe with a little more care because this is a very expensive frame, but nothing that you actually need to be concerned about if you have the right tools. So all that mostly just to say, it's just a bike. You still get to work on it the exact same way you do something else. Alright, I'm going to get going on this. Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Cabling this thing has been an absolute nightmare. And it's all because everything needs to... Here, let's move some of this E-tap wiring out of the way. See where those two cables are coming out of? Yeah, right there. Well, that's a pretty tight spot. And I had to try it 1 or 2, maybe 3 times before I could actually get it right. Although it's funny, after you get past routing the cables in the aero bars. Everything else goes quite easily. The frame is designed in a way that you don't need to even really think about it. You just throw the cable in and it comes out the other end. I like that. I've worked on these bikes for people a lot of times, and every time I have to do something with the bars, it's a little bit of a nightmare because it's a small spot, but the frame is just so big that you can just kind of like throw a cable in, no problem. But through the run of the day and everything I had to do to this, I did not finish it. I threw the wheels on because I wanted you guys to kind of see what it was like, but I'm going to finish it completely tomorrow. The brake cables are basically in. There's a little bit of something I need to do with the rear brake. But beyond that, it's pretty well ready to be like put into a trainer and make sure that we have everything where he wants it to be. We'll probably be able to do that tomorrow. I probably won't put it in the vlog, but you know, just been tooling around with this all day. Trying to make things look decent. Trying to make sure that things are working as perfectly as we possibly can get them to work. I'm excited for this bike to get raced. Although I will say this has just absolutely cemented the fact that I'm very glad that I'm not riding the highest end of anything. And that's why you pay someone else like me to do it for you. And like I said, that's why I don't own it myself. Okay. There's probably going to be a little bit of this tomorrow. I apologize. Later on in the week, there will be some fun stuff. I promise. But for now, I gotta get home. It's supposed to snow tonight, so tomorrow's commute could just be an absolute bloodbath of snow bike riding fun.